As a small business owner, you often have your share of challenges. You might feel like you're the only one facing them. But what if you could be connected with another small business facing similar challenges? QuickBooks have done that in the Quick Round with QuickBooks Challenge. Two small business owners in a room sharing their challenges with each other, finding solutions, or simply sharing advice. Let's find out what happened in today's Quick Round with QuickBooks Challenge.
Okay, so we've got here Rogerline from Hopley Maintenance and Construction, who's already told me she's the face and founder of the business. All right, sorry. And we've got Alan here from Intrinsic Energy as well. So welcome, guys. Thanks ever so much for coming in today.
Thank you so
I hope
much.
we can have a good chat and see if I can help you. But Alan, perhaps you could just tell us a little bit about your business and what is the challenge, the main challenge you are facing. And then Rogerline, if you'd be kind enough after that to do the same.
100%.
I'm Alan Simon from Intrinsic Energy. What we do is we provide SCADA engineering services to renewable energy plants in South Africa, across South Africa. And the biggest challenge that I am facing right now in the business is trying to keep track of all my expenses and overheads and project expenses as well, so that I can see exactly what my net profit is on a monthly and annual basis.
All right. And Rogerline?
I'm Rogerline Hopley. I'm from Hopley Maintenance and Construction. Basically, what we do is like from drawing of a plant, from drawing of any map to obviously the building side of things. So we do any maintenance from, like I said, from changing a door lock to breaking down a wall and rebuilding it. I would say our biggest challenge at the moment is cash flow. So staying on track with cash flow. And also, I would say marketing and exposure is our biggest challenge at the moment.
Well, look, we've got a couple of separate issues to deal with there. And what I'll do, I'll come to you first, Rogerline, and just directly answer some of the things that you've got. Because a lot of businesses, how long has the business been running now?
The business it's been registered in 2015, but it's only been running for about 2 years.
And when you say about your marketing, how do you currently market?
Basically, it's just word of mouth because that has worked for us best. But because we know social media is the new six pack, so we've been doing Facebook and some Instagram.
Yep.
But also the Facebook page is you want some excitement, you want something new, something fresh. So basically for that you need to obviously there needs to be a guy that specializes in that. So that obviously costs a penny. So I would say that what we've done so far was word of mouth and then some Facebook exposure.
Well, look, I think the clear thing is that my belief is you don't need a kind of fancy marketing company all of the time. Because the best way to market your business, we'll deal with this one first, and I'll come to you, Alan, as well. But the best way to deal with your business is to have the knowledge and the passion from within about why people buy you in the first place. Because a lot of mistakes that people make before they market their business is they're not really clear on who they should go for. And the best way to decide who you should go for is to look at, okay, what's our story so far? What clients have we got? Let's analyze our client base. Let's look at the story as to how we obtain those clients and where we got them from. And let's find out where our sweet spot is as a business. Let our clients, current clients, tell us what we've been good at. And it may well be that when you analyze that, you see, why are these clients really buying us? What would people say about us? In other words, what is your position in the marketplace? And you need to find out what your company position is before you can market it properly. So you may not have the answer to this today, Rogerline, but why would you think people would buy your business? Is it because you're the only company that provides a certain product? Is it because there are plenty of other competitors in the market, but you're the cheapest? Is it because there are other competitors in the market, but you know that your service levels stand out? And it's those kind of questions you need to ask before you market, because that qualifies your position in the market, what you want to own. So if there are 30 competitors, you don't necessarily want to play in the same space as them. You want to talk to businesses for other reasons. So positioning a business takes a few hours and lessons and things to do. But just a thought while you mentioned marketing, what's your clear position first? And when you've got that, what's really, really making for successful marketing now is something I really love. It's businesses who have a lot of knowledge and love for what they do, sharing their information when they market their business. So you, not to be greedy with the inside knowledge that you've got, So educate people, get them to feel comfortable that you are the business that they should be dealing with. Give them tips every month. Create a community for your clients and your potential clients. So find out what your position is. Look at who you want to go for. So you've got some targeted marketing. When you market, you need to speak to people and educate them. You need to make them trust you that you are the experts in your field. Give them advice. Give them some inside information that previously you might not have shared, because people will need your service, but they may not need you until 6 months from now. So you need to make sure you've talked to them and you've built up trust with the clients. All right.
All right.
So that on the marketing side of things. All right, Alan, thanks for sitting there patiently
Sure,
while I went through
pleasure.
that. Maybe I hope to
No
help
problem.
aside for you. But you were saying, really, you mentioned a little bit of cash flow. Am I right?
Yes.
And it's just your overheads and
Yes.
sitting down. Well, look, I think the basic thing there to do is, and again, I've mentioned this before, but do you run your own books and accounts, or have you
Yes, to a large extent, I do that all on Excel, and I provide that spreadsheet information to my accountant. So I'm obviously looking for some sort of a package that can allow me to consolidate all that information into one environment and send all that information to my accountant to do my financials for me at the end of the year. Because usually it's done at a rush at the end of the year, and you're trying to go back weeks and months to
Yeah.
try and get all of these receipts. So I would like something that can do that for me almost in the background automatically.
All right. I don't know if I'm allowed to plug. Are you allowed to if I can? But QuickBooks sounds perfect for you. All right. Okay. What you seem to be, Alan, is like most with an entrepreneur, is there are other areas of the business that you want to be getting on with.
Sure.
The first thing you need to do is isolate your cost centers of your business. Okay. And I think you said you've got the spreadsheet.
Yes.
It's easy for me to say an employee and accountant, clearly, but you need to get someone on board who not only takes that away from you, but is also constantly looking for ways you can improve how you spend and reduce your overheads. Now, overheads come about. There are 3 areas in business that, as of today, if you guys take these away, they should help you sleep better at night. And when you go into work every morning, should help you think with more clarity about your business. There are only 3 areas of your business that you ever need to think about. How does that sound?
Amazing.
Amazing? Because at the moment, it sounds like there might be 50 or
Sounds
60.
Very simple.
Okay, please take away with you today. There's strategy, which is next year's revenue. Okay.
Right.
What's your vision? What's your plan for the business? Your product? Is your product right for the marketplace? Is it right for you? Is it where it should be? Who are you in the marketplace? Why do people buy you? Which is what we just spoke about, Rogerline. And how accessible, how easy are you to buy? Where can you be bought? What are your channels out to the marketplace? So that's your next year's revenue. You need to pocket that area of the business off and move it to one side. The next area is the day-to-day operations of the business, which guys like yourselves who run businesses get caught up in a little bit too much. All right. So that's your operations, making sales, acquiring clients, running of what I call the factory or the back office, making sure everyone's communicating with each other and you're getting your product out. How you deliver your product, not necessarily in a truck, but how you deliver it, the style in which you deliver your product to clients. And then finally, how you wow clients, how now you've got 50 clients on board, you're really wowing them and you're making them come back for more, and you're creating what I call permanently infatuated partners. So you've got next year's revenue, you've got day-to-day revenue, and then you've got your costs, which is where your overheads come in. And it's not an area, it's a very important area. It's the structure of the business, but it's where you need to be looking at a system. Even at this early stage, Alan, you want to be getting proactive accounting in, and you want to be getting something like a QuickBooks where you can set and forget, and you've got a system that you can absolutely trust. And also, on a monthly basis, you need to be reviewing what items are on that overhead list. Have I got the best suppliers? Are they giving me a return on my investment? When you've got a list of overheads, and some of those are going to be suppliers to you,
Yes.
constantly review where you are with your suppliers. Take a look every month. Are they delivering for you? How many problems are these suppliers causing within your workplace? Could I get a better quote? Could I get it done a little bit more cheaply for the same outcome? You need to have a constant obsession with reviewing who your suppliers are within your overheads. You need a simple system in place, and they're really quite inexpensive. And just have an obsession about keeping your costs low and your operations high. And when accountants come in to look at businesses and you say to your accountant, how can I be more profitable? They're going to tell you the same thing. They're going to say, right, put more into the day-to-day operations of the business, acquire more clients. They're not going to consider the capacity or whether you can cope with them. They're going to go get more clients and reduce your cost to the business. That's when I see managing overheads and cash flow. I mentioned to some other guys today that your cash flow is a really, really strong thing. You need to have some items in place for your cash flow. How do you invoice? Do you take payment up front? And do you have a proactive guy or lady who can look at your books and give you recommendations? So overheads are something you need to look at every month, and just keep asking yourself the question, have I got the right person?
VAT recon is also quite time consuming from
Yeah.
an accounting perspective.
As soon as you're registered for VAT, yes, I'm aware you go once a quarter. It's pretty time consuming, but
Yes.
you need to get. It sounds to me like you need to get an accountant that you pay for their services to get that done
Yes,
for
to
you.
take that away from me because it's too busy on the technical side to concentrate on the accounting side. Otherwise, you'd never get any work done.
As I can see, when I break the business down with you guys and give you those 3 areas, 99 times out of 100, guys like yourself want to be out doing those other things, thinking about next year's revenue,
Yes.
thinking about how the business is operating day to day. And costs, overheads, and so forth are really important, but it's a center that you need to get looked after, and you need to use your entrepreneurial skills to grow the business. Saying that, a lot of businesses make the mistake of not employing enough time, or not getting the right person, or not getting the right system to look at their numbers in place. And the business can wobble if you haven't got the right balance. Rogerline, anything else that you wanted to?
No. I think I have fed out of your knowledge. I've fed myself, and I think today I've learned a few things that would obviously help me move forward in terms of spending more time, in terms of like structure, like you mentioned. I also believe in structure is important, and as Ellen as mentioned, I think it is vital to understand your product, to understand what you give people, and to obviously also educate and share your knowledge on business. So I think moving forward, I would obviously do better.
Thank you for coming in today and for chatting with me.
Pleasure.
The day that you start thinking about your business in only 3 rooms is the day your head's clearer. You come into work in a better mood and you've got your head clear. Otherwise, it's a mishmash of motorways running through it, and you never know where you stand or what to deal with next. Split your business into 3 and split your time and dedicate certain portions of your week to those 3 areas, and your business will start to roll, I promise you.
Beautiful,
Super.
fantastic.
Thank
Sounds
you.
simple enough.
Yeah,
you
it's
very
not
much.
always, but yeah, it's a good start at least.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.